Talking now about the 9 homicides in a little over a month in the community of Grand Rapids. It has that community on edge, and people are ready for a change.
So as many as 1,000 people showed up at a Grand Rapids church this morning in the hope of finding a solution. A lot of people concerned about this, and 24-hour News 8's Henry Erb was there for that. Henry?
Yeah, and Sue, people we talked to today said this is a start. This was the first meeting in a series that organizers and neighbors hope will lead to something that will reduce the carnage on the streets.
We have got to do something.
Joyce Harris was one of the hundreds of people who showed up at this church at Logan and Henry at 8 a.m.
The amount of people that came out this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, all these people that came out, that means that we are ready to do something.
That something will be a plan to reduce street violence. The pastors, police, educators, and others who organized today's meeting are scheduling other sessions in different locations at different times to hear from people and name some specifics, things that people and the system, such as education, healthcare, and justice, can actually do.
Then we'll gather that information back, have a strategy session, and then, determine where the gaps are and what needs to happen next. Then we're going to report back in 60 days.
People we talked to after today's meeting have a lot on their minds, and we're ready to say it.
Because right now, the parenting skills are not there, and they need to be there. I have 2 children, 26 and 28, and I was a parent. I was out in the schools, in the community, seeing what's going on with my children, and that's what parents need to do right now.
Speak to these kids, talk to these kids. Don't just ignore them when you pass them. Say hello there, young man or young lady. That's the way to communicate with people. Meetings is fine, but one-on-one or one-on-two is the best solution, I think.
Well, there will be at least 5 different meetings where people can have their say over the next month. The first is for young people and youth workers, January 23rd, 6:30 p.m. at 1050 Fisk Southeast. We have the list on our website, woodtv.com.
I know they really want young people to attend this, and there wasn't a big turnout of those folks today.
There wasn't, but this meeting coming up, I think it's next Wednesday, will involve young people and also gang members, I am told.
And you talked with some people that said it's that one-on-one relationship that is so important. There's that, but also maybe best practices you were saying that may include what works someplace else.
Yeah, Joe Jones of the Urban League was talking about that today. He said they're going to look at other cities, Boston, Chicago, he mentioned, where this has gone on, where they've had other plans to curb violence on the streets and where things have actually worked, and see if they can import that here.
Listen to some of those suggestions. Okay.
Let's hope so. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.